why some women are too insecure to deal with success. Talk about why these women lose interest. These women, because they are so insecure, what they're searching for in their interactions you're having with them is validation. You understand? Girl might be looking to be validated by a guy who's showing interest. What? Like in two, I'm gonna pick up a pizza and leave, yeah. I have to go that way. Hang on. I just lose interest when she starts chasing me and she starts trying to get at me. Usually it's a sign of insecurity. And you're trying to get validation through people coming at you. He does like me. I don't need him anymore because all I was looking for was to be liked. She didn't really fucking want any situational relationship with you. She just wanted somebody to let her know she was liked. So, what happens is, now that she knows you like her, she loses interest. Because she didn't ever really have interest in you. Anyway, she was just looking for validation. Now, there's other situations too where a woman can like you and she maybe finds someone who she likes better, wants to give that guy more of her attention, or there may be something that you did in this situation that made her lose interest. $5,000 people show. Big time rapper. I've got a DoorDash. Hey, Joey. Thanks. Sorry, printer. When you're insecure, you're looking for things to validate you. You know what I'm saying? So when a woman is not too insecure, she's run on some bullshit. All this other goofy shit if I show too much interest. That bullshit is, them bitches is insecure. You need to charge them to the game and pursue and interact women who understand what the deal is. Those women who fucking lose interest in you once you show interest in them, it's just insecure bitches who are just looking for some validation from somebody, anybody. They didn't have real interest in you. Looking good takes work, y'all. I'm gonna tell you that right now, fellas. Looking good takes work. It takes work and discipline. Make this video for all you cats who are obsessed with looks. All you cats are obsessed with looks. It's looks this and it's looks that. You feel what I'm saying? 2.55. People be partying out here on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. I'm going to Rounder Bum tomorrow. I'm going to get some fucking Spanx that make my ass look like it looked when I was fucking in my 20s, because when you get older, your fucking ass goes to your stomach and you don't have any ass anymore. You know what I mean? Kind of like push up or off your ass, basically. Let's talk about how looks are looking good. Work. It takes work, motherfucker. Looking good takes work. It takes work to look good. What up? They got the floodlights on there. Looking good takes work. I tell them motherfuckers to leave with those floodlights on. Here at the Abbey. The Abbey. A lot of times, guys, the women are only gonna like your looks and all this shit. What you have to understand is, the way women will look at you, check you out. Do something, bitch. She may look at you, think you're attractive, you come up to her, you talk to her. She's having a conversation with you. But what guys don't understand is that in order to keep up a look, it's gonna take work. It takes work to keep up a look, boys. So you gotta hit the gym. You gotta forego the late night snackers. Dress well. Make sure that shit's ironed. Make sure that shit's clean and newer. You have to be consistent. Consistent with that game. A lot of times I'll see a guy, another guy with six pack, and say he's fit, and you think, oh man, that guy looks good. He's getting a lot of girls. What you don't know is that that guy is in the gym. See what I'm saying? So you think, oh, he's just sitting at home eating cheesesteaks and pizzas and shit. And he just rolls out of bed looking like that. No, it takes work, motherfucker. It takes work. Okay? I have a friend who, he gets haircuts like every 5 fucking days. He's always looking on point. Go, motherfucker, go, bro. He whitens his teeth. He works out. He dresses nice. You have to be consistent. It's not just you rolling out of bed and be like, oh, I look good, that's it. Looking good takes work, guys. You understand? The same way where a guy see a bad chick. There's this one chick I was smashing. Shorty was bad as hell. Body was crazy, really pretty, all this other stuff. Now, this chick, she basically goes to the gym 6 fucking days a week. You understand? Like, I do yoga 7 fucking days a week and shit. And I probably need to mix that up a bit, but she does Zumba, she does all this other shit, but it takes work, motherfucker. It takes fucking work. Yeah. Alright.
So the thing is this. Those women that you want that look really good, guess what? They had to put a lot of work into looking good. You think there's all those fucking women's magazines for a reason? Cosmo, Elle, Glamour, fucking Mademoiselle. What guys gotta understand is any guy can put in work to look good and look better. My life fell apart is when I really stopped fucking caring what I look like. A lot of guys just talk about just being good looking, or a lot of people saying you're good looking. You understand? See, the thing is, you can have a good looking face, but dressed like a bum. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So overall, you don't look good. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Versus a guy who's not the best looking dude, but he dresses up nice. You understand? So he looks better overall than the quote-unquote good-looking guy who looks like a fucking bum. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if that guy cleans his shit up and works on himself and is consistent with that, then guess what? He's gonna look better. But again, all of that shit takes work. You see what I'm saying? It takes work to look good. You know what I'm saying? When I was in LA last week, I went into this coffee shop and there was this this young Asian chick behind the counter, and she was like, hey, you have really beautiful skin. What do you use? What do you do? And all this other shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm an older cat, bro.
In 800 feet, your destination will be
I had some dudes hit me up and ask me how do you keep your skin so clear and blah blah blah. I do facial masks. I do all that shit, fool. I do exfoliating scrub. One, I don't stress myself the fuck out. I drink a lot of water. I take care of my skin by moisturizing it after I shave and all this other shit. You feel what I'm saying? So there's things you gotta do. You understand what I'm saying? To maintain a certain situation. Man, this guy's not too good with the words. He don't spit them out too good. See what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my dude, Everett Overton. All you guys should be subscribing to EO. When you watch EO's videos, you can tell that he put work into his look. You understand? And I'm sure that works for him when he's dealing with women. You see what I'm saying? Don't say that so fucking much. Looking good takes work, though. You see what I mean? So you're going to say, oh, girls only care about you, because when guys think about it, they think about, well, a guy who is born just good looking, that's the end all be all. You feel what I'm saying? You fuck shit up. Yeah, well, I'm just fucking bored of your shit. And how you drop off and you ghost and you do all this shit. If you don't put in that work, you can fall off. Nah, I don't know. No, that shit kind of.
cool, but your looks have to be worked on too. You see what I'm saying? Your looks have to be worked on, your confidence, your fucking communications need to be worked on, your diet, your fucking skincare, all that shit need to be worked on, fool. I remember some of my slumps in the game, if you would have looked at me, you'd been like, dude, do you work at anything? Do you work at fucking any part of your game, bro? I'd be like doing music all day or some shit, but it's like, well, bro, you can't just like only work at your computer fucking programming or only work at your career. You gotta fucking diversify. Most guys who are concerned about looks, they don't work on looking their best. They're just worried about seeing some guy who they think looks like a supermodel, and I don't look like him, so women are not going to want to fuck with me, period, which is ridiculous. Ricola, ridiculous. You got to understand that even those guys, or any other guys, got to fucking work and maintain that look, yo. Alright, you see what I'm saying? You always say it's all about confidence and how you feel. Yes, it's about that too. Listen, the game is multi-layered. You understand? There's levels to this shit, guys. This is the funny thing about you guys out there. This is what I gotta also talk about. It's just hilarious. Alright? Guys will say, when I be talking about looks, and people say, oh, but I just thought you said you gotta be confident. Yes, you do gotta be confident. Then I'll make a video about confidence, and they'll be like, what about looks? And then I'll be like, okay, yeah, it's looks too. And then they'll be like, well, what about personality? It's about everything, fool. You feel what I'm saying? Be a 5-tool player out there. Win the game. I could care shit about more. This is what you gotta understand. Everything is going to give you an advantage. If you work on your look, it's going to give you an advantage. If you work on your communication skills, it's going to give you an advantage. If you work on your confidence, it's going to give you an advantage. You understand what I'm saying? But what I want to stress to guys is that looking good takes work. You understand? Yeah. Confidence is associated with good looks. Is that true? Even though anyone can be confident regardless of how they look. Look, anybody can be confident regardless of how they look. It's not associated with good looks. You can draw some confidence from being good looking, but you have people who are good looking who are insecure as fuck and not confident. Alright? You know what I'm saying?
Head east on Oakwood Avenue toward North Kilkea Drive.
Y'all dudes are hilarious. That's the thing. Understand that all of this shit takes work. It's about maintaining your shit. You understand? No. I don't care. You see, you're not understanding what a woman wants, a confident man. In her mind, she's thinking of a good-looking guy. Let me ask you a question. Let's be honest. Look at the chat rooms. How many women have you slept with, bro? Let's talk to people who send me these fucking bullshit things. Because this is what I want to stop. Guys who are not well versed in this game. They think they know everything. I had to kill a lot of parts of myself that were like animalistic and a hunter. As, you know, I couldn't really be in a closed environment with an attractive young woman without physically getting like feeding time. Like, I'm going to get a piece of this. Talk about J-Mo talking to Paul Janka, New York City day game legend, who's from Santa Monica, but now he lives in New York or London. There was a point in 2008 where it was $2 to 1 British pound. London's an expensive city for sure. Paul Janka went to Harvard for physics. A lot of these pickup guys are like brainy nerds.
In 600 feet, turn left onto North Carson Avenue.
I'm not stupid.
Then your destination will be on the right.
It's interesting. Guys like John Anthony took a very analytical approach to game, formed a system, treated it like a scientific method, constantly analyzing, looking for the weak spots, finding guys who are better than you in a certain area, and then evolving and optimizing them. So you can view it as a skill game.
Destination is on the right.
Alright, Amanda, I got your smokes. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna bring that shit in there.
really bad. It's just hot.
She's on some more hustle, bro. It's LA, everybody's talent.
The song's called Chemical Sunset. This is My Chemical Sunset. Very, very beta phase of his life. Very beta. Very beta. It's all about alpha and beta. Dude, I've been beta as fuck, dude.
YouTube's dead. This guy's a neg machine. Jesus Christ. This guy's a neg machine right here. All he does is just nag. Who many followers you have? I don't get into that shit. I got no followers. Why do you guys follow me? That's fucking hysterical. Nobody follows me, dude. Nobody. Yeah. Oh, that took a while. Alright, my bad. Let's talk about some truth about dating younger women.
Alright, that gave me a little energy.
The truth about dating younger women.
So, I had a friend who was dating this chick. She was 22 years old, and he was in like his early 30s. And basically, the chick broke up with him, and he's all sad and shit and pissed off about it and all that other stuff. You know how that go. And basically, I was saying, bruh, you should expected that. You should have expected that, bruh. And I say that because when it comes to dating younger women are 18, 19, 21, 22. One of my I met at 23 and we broke up when she was 27. These women, they are in their prime as far as how they look the hottest, and they're extremely sexual at this time. They don't have as much hang-ups about sex as older women do. And what I mean by hang-ups is they're not seeking to monetize every fucking bang they dole out. or just it's new to them. They don't have as much baggage as an older woman, because an older woman, when she was younger, she'd been through her hoe phase on the cock carousel, and what happens is when she's older, she's like, I want to settle down, I don't want to put miles on my pussy, I have some kids and husband and all that other shit. But when a girl is 19 or 20 years old, she's not really thinking about all that. She just wants to try out some cock. And because she's not thinking about all that, she's going to be coming at you with a different type of energy. Now, before I get into all this, what I want to say is that that's why I don't even look for women on Tinder over 25 years old. Everyone is different. When I'm talking about women from these age groups, these younger women, I'm talking in generalities. I know there's going to be exceptions to the fucking rule and all that shit. I don't think women really hit their sexual prime in their late 30s or 40s. I think that's just when they're not getting fucked that much, so they seem to be more into sex. They have to try harder to get fucked, and so people think, oh, they're in their sexual prime. No, I think their sexual prime is similar to men. It's from about 16 to 24 or something. When it comes to dating younger women, the 18 to 24 year olds, you have to understand that these women are usually in the state of mind of just hooking up and having fun. Most of them. Hooking up and having fun. Hooking up and having fun.
300 feet, turn left onto
So when you're dating women who are this age, you got to understand that usually that's usually where their heads are at, most of them. Right? Now, this also depends on you, meaning how old you are. Let's say if you're an older guy, if you're in like your 30s, late 30s, early 40s, and you're dating a younger chick, that's going to be a different type of thing. Versus if you are a younger dude who is her age, and you're a 20-year-old dating a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old, it's going to be different than that 19 or 20-year-old chick dating a 40-year-old guy. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of a difference there when it comes to that. But what happens is that in general, a lot of these girls, they are in their hoe phase, their party phase, they're exploring their sexuality phase. I'm going to experiment phase. I'm going to make out with some of my other cute friends phase, right? So when I'm talking to the dude whose girl dumped him or whatever, I was basically saying, look, man, a lot of times with chicks that young or chicks in that age group, around that age, you know, they're just trying to get some dick and have some fun, player. I got mad stories about this, man. I think I talked about this before. I was at an event, me and one of my boys, we were like the oldest dudes there. You know, I was maybe like 34 years old at that time. My friend was like basically the same age as me, and we was at this event, and there was a lot of young chicks there, like 19, 20, 21 type shit. And so I remember this one chick, I was like dancing, and she starts dancing up on me, and that's a 20-year-old chick. And so right after we was finished dancing, the chick, she's just like, hey, can I kiss you? And I'm like, alright, fuck it, whatever. So we start kissing and some shit, whatever, right? And I kiss her, and she just like runs off with her friends, right? Then later that night, I saw this other chick, and I was talking to her or whatever, and she was 21 years old, and she was doing some shit on her phone, I guess like online or whatever the fuck she was doing. So when I first rolled up on her, the first thing I said to her was, I started saying my number, right? And so she started laughing, and I was like, yeah, put my number in your phone. She puts my number in her phone, she saves my name in her phone, and then she grabs the front of my shirt and just pulls me to her and starts kissing me. You understand what I'm saying? And so, you know, she kisses me, and she's like, oh, you know, you have a good night, I'll talk to you later, and just keeps it moving. So it's like this free spirit type of energy with a lot of these chicks. Now another time I was at an event, another event, and this is actually, so I'm talking to this girl, and she's 21 years old. And me and her talking, and we start kissing, you know, and kissing heavy for maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, right? So then I said, yo, I'm going to be back. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom for maybe like 10 minutes. I come back, she's making out with some other nigga. That quick. So the thing I'm telling you guys is don't get butthurt about this. Alright? Just have fun when you realize or recognize those girls that have that fun vibe and they're just trying to have fun at this point. Understand what I'm saying? Another story that's interesting had to do with another woman I was serious with, and she was at a bar that she went to after work one day, and you know, she's just having a conversation with this lady, this younger chick who was, I think she was like 22 or 23. And so my girl was having a conversation with this younger chick, and she said out of the blue, the girl sort of looked up and down at her and said, hey, would you fuck me? Would you fuck me? She said that to my girl. She's asking my girl, would she fuck her? This is funny as shit, right? So what I'm saying is, what these younger girls, they're just coming into, you know, they're getting to the age where they can like go out and drink, you know. They're getting away from their high school, college scene where they don't want to be seen as a slut and they want to wow the fuck out. A lot of them ain't looking for necessarily any sort of deep sort of relationships, and if they do get into relationships, them shits is usually short, 3 to 6 months tops. You're gonna have the exceptions that will be with the dude for like 3 or 4 years or whatever, dating them in high school or some shit, and that's their high sweetheart and crazy shit like that. A lot of times you got these girls who are single and they just out there hoeing it up, and I say that hoe term with extreme love. Now what's interesting about these younger chicks, this is the age where the looks is that they go for guys based on the looks. Where looks is the top priority. It's more important to them what a dude's looks is like. A woman seeing like a 19-year-old or 20-year-old at a party, she's gonna see a guy across the room because he looks good and because she thinks he looks hot. She's good to go. That's when the tattoos and the piercings, boys, and the fucking frosted tips in the late 90s were getting a lot of butt. A lot of these girls were just like trying to hook up, you know, because I've been in situations where I've dated younger chicks and I smashed whatever, and what I found funny was, it was like when I would try to hook up something with them to smash, it was like some of them wasn't as quick to make it happen. Meaning, like, you know, this is back in the day where I would talk to these girls. And I remember one girl, she was like, yeah, let's meet up and do this and do that. So I was like, cool, we were supposed to meet up. She had flaked. So then I kind of backed off. But then she had called me again, like a week later, and she was talking to me or whatever, and I was like, yeah, so what's good? Let's make something happen. And she was like, oh, I'm not sure I want to do it. I got to see you. So yeah. And I was like, holler at me, so I want to make something happen. So she hollered at me maybe like a week or two later, and she's like, hey, I'm going to be free at this time. Can we get together or whatever? And I'm like, cool. So we get together. Actually, like, got a hotel room or whatever. And we went to the hotel spot, and I smashed. You know, the shit was legit. It was fantastic, awesome, great, all that. So I'm thinking, yeah, let's do round 2. You feel what I'm saying? And what happened was, I hit her up again, but she didn't respond. And so I didn't fucking like hit her back. And then I ran into her at this event, and actually I didn't see her. She saw me. She saw, hey, what's going on? I said, oh shit, what's good? And what happened was, I wasn't really trying to press it or nothing, but she was sitting there flirting and shit, kissing up on me and all this other shit. But then what happened was, she was meeting a guy there. So the guy comes, and as soon as the guy gets in the spot, she was like not on me at all. She was just on him. You understand? So it's just like, they're just very all over the place sometimes in these situations. I had another bad chick who was meeting up like 21, 22, something like that. Went on a buddy date with her, We got some drinks and shit. We was kissing and all this. And this chick was so fucking bad. I was like, God damn, I want to smash this chick in the fucking restaurant bathroom right now. Like I've done with a lot of chicks. I could just smash that night, but fast forward, Forrest Beckerstown, maybe it was like a week and a half later, she hit me up. Actually, it was Christmas. It was on Christmas Day. I text this chick. It wasn't just her. I text a lot of people on my phone just to say Merry Christmas. You know, like you get those fucking mass texts to people, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that other good shit. So I mass text Merry Christmas to a lot of people, and she was the mass test. So she responded to me, and she's like, hey, Merry Christmas, what are you up to? She wanted some Christmas dick. I was like, I'm chilling, I'm with the fam right now, but you know, later on, I'm just gonna be chilling at my home with my dick on hard. She's like, oh, I'm at this Christmas event with my parents, and blah, 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 whatever. She was doing some Christmas and shit. Alright. So then she says, I'm about to leave here, though, in like half an hour, and I want to see you. And I was like, alright, cool. So send me that address. I'm going to come and tap that ass and come through. Yeah, this was before I started using like Lyft and Uber, and I was still calling fucking cabs with the cab services. And I don't know for what reason I couldn't get a fucking cab that night to save my life. And so I downloaded the Lyft app, and I was like, let's get this shit on the road. Took the Lyft to her spot, got up in there, smashed. It was on point. Head game was crazy and all that other shit. And then so what happened was after that, like, I hit her up, didn't get no response. You whack as shit, you're probably thinking, nah, I didn't get no response. And then I ran into her. Like full on dates on there. 17 Savage, what's good? So remember, guys, get how to have sex with 2 women a day. That's not happening, dude. You'd be J-Molv in a year, bro. That's not happening, dude. Is that like one time or every day? Because if you're saying every day, that's a fucking joke. That's not happening, dude. What's poppin'? What's going on?
up, yo? What you doing? You know, regular shit. So they start to ignore that shit. You have to say something that stands out, or say something about her Instagram or whatever. Let's say she's got a certain picture about something interesting. You ask her about that, and talking about that, and you start the conversation. Once she replies, then you keep it going. You feel what I'm saying? But generally, with Instagram and Twitter and some shit like that, it's like a lot of dudes, a lot of thirsty dudes on there. A lot of times you get caught up in that bullshit. You hear what I'm saying? Talk about something in there. What you're doing is you're trying to start a conversation and give her something to respond to. You feel what I'm saying? And I would suggest you get my dude Royal Flyness, and he has a book called Sweet Her and Meet Her. So if you want to learn about hitting up chicks on Twitter and all that shit, you know what I'm saying. So you should definitely get that book. All right. You know, it's gonna be 1 to 10% on average of the chicks that you fucking spam. You can like the picture, and you can tell them about the picture. You can be like, "Yo, what's up?" Blah 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 blah, and then start the conversation there. But the thing is, with chicks, you got to remember with chicks online, especially if it's like a chick who, if it's one of them Instagram chicks where they just show pictures of their ass all day. Like there's this girl that I know personally who I follow, who I met before, and she's one of them chicks who just, you know, ass pictures, ass video pictures and shit, and all that shit all day. You know, so it's like, I'm sure she got dudes hollering at her like crazy, you know what I'm saying? So the thing with that is that most of them, they're just there to get attention. They're good at using the guys for attention. They're expecting the attention. So the thing is, you're going to be blending in way too much with those dudes. So you definitely, when you respond to them, you got to come at them on some straight different shit. Not even just asking the questions, but like making statements or some shit. It's more sort of like what you're saying in the questions. And listening to some sort of response to make her really want to respond to you. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like anything else. You know, if you view, let's say you're somebody's DMing you, and you might get like regular messages or whatever, and they're just DMing you, just regular shit. And let's say somebody says, "Yo, what's up? I'm so-and-so from this company. One of my friends told me about you, and I want to offer you a job that pays $100,000 a year. Hit me back if you're interested." Like, that's going to catch their attention. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's different. It's something you wasn't expecting. And so now you're enticed to actually respond. You have to definitely hit with them with something that's going to make them actually want to respond to you. Even if they do get your message. You know, some of these chicks will have like 50